Hello, everyone, and welcome to another Winner Circle Sports Betting Podcast. Happy New Year 2025. First show live. Well, semi-live because we tape these. But I hope everybody had a nice holiday. They're done now. That's it. Now, what are you going to worry about? Flag Day, Valentine's Day. I don't even know what else is coming up. Forget it. No, I'm worried about.
Don't forget
What
about
the
my
next
birthday.
holiday?
My birthday's this month, so that's one other holiday.
Oh, there we go.
Keep that in mind.
We got Doug's word. We'll sing happy birthday. There better be some comments for happy birthday, Doug. But the next holiday, I guess, is opening day. We got to look forward to opening day. Although people probably say Final Four or March Madness. But.
Yeah.
All right. Doug Upstone, Matt Fargo, as always, with me on a Thursday here on the Winner Circle YouTube channel. Free picks galore. Hit the like button, notification bell, so you know we roll out the free picks. And we would do our live show like tomorrow afternoon for the final week of the NFL regular season. You don't want to miss out on that. Again, these are our free plays. We try to hit them all. Sometimes we do, sometimes we don't. It happens. We win, we lose. You go to gamblersWORLD.net, our great sponsor and hosting channel here for our premium stuff. You see the leaderboard. You see how we do. The records are right there. Get a premium package here. 3, 7, 38 packages are all guaranteed. We show you a profit over that time, or we credit you back and you go at it again. You stare at the leaderboard. We got it broken down for you. It's real simple. Sports, days, weeks. You don't like NBA, you like hockey. That's fine. You can go right to hockey. You want to do just football for the next month? That's fine too. But college basketball, NBA, and NHL will all be center stage for the next 2+ months, right? To January, February, 3+ months before baseball rolls in. We got you covered in all sports. Sometimes people put soccer. I don't know if there's any soccer going on now in January, but all sports are covered. Enough for that. I'm just trying to say we got it covered for you. Happy New Year, Doug Upstone. How are you? How was your couple days leading up? You saw you on Monday. It's Thursday.
Yes.
What's going on?
In fact, correct me if I'm wrong. On the show, I thought you were leaning towards South Carolina. On the show, I thought you said you kind of like that one, but I gave out Illinois. And then lo and behold, what did I see on the Gamblers World accounting? I see Sean Higgs with a plus 10.5 with Illinois. So I was happy to see that you joined the me on that one. So that was good. But college football got 2 games actually today, and I'll be on one of them. 21 and 14 runs, 60% the last 6 weeks. So that's good. Overall, really in a nice rocking position the last 5 days, 21 and 6. So very pleased with those results across the board, across all sports, and like all the details of all the other stuff. But the NHL continues to roll, 48 and 21. That's just a hair under 70%. So getting it done since October 16th in hockey.
We did go 2-1 in the bowl games, and yes, when we talked about the game, I was like, "Is South Carolina showing up?" But I was with you on the points. I was not a adamant disagree with the points with the Illinois. You had Illinois.
Maybe it was Chip that was more so.
Yeah, I think it was Chip because I was like, no, and he ended up with the winner. Washington. I took the loss in the bowl game on Baylor. I was all over Baylor in the under. It was not.
Me too.
Baylor, terrible. Texas not treating me good. Doing the state dirty. Matt Fargo, we were together on Tuesday doing some NBA action there. And where's the Tony Tuesday? What do we have? You had a winner. You had the winner on Tuesday with the I had the Cavs.
I did not. I
had the Suns. My bad. Sorry to bring up all losers. Hey, again, sometimes we win, sometimes we lose with the free picks. What are you gonna do? I should have brought that. I blame Doug for bringing up the loser because he had a winner on Monday. I'm sure he had other winners. That was 4 days ago. What do you got here for us? Now, what's on tap for this weekend or tonight? And how was your holiday yesterday?
Oh, it's great. Glad to get into 2025 though. 2024, the end of it wasn't very good. Just couldn't get rid of my illness, sinus infection, all that good stuff, whatever. But looking forward to a good 2025, coming off a bowl win yesterday with Ohio State, no-brainer in the Rose Bowl. Also coming off an NBA winner. College hoops, not a good night. 0-4. That is brutal. 4 basically coin flip games that it all went against me. But I have 10 rebound games tonight for college hoops. Going to be posting some NBA a little bit later. I have both bowl game winners tonight, 71% bowl run. I have the Gator Bowl and the Sugar Bowl that was postponed from yesterday to today with the unfortunate incident that happened down in New Orleans. So that'll be going at 4 o'clock, and the Gator Bowl is going right after that. NFL, looking at the card, I don't have anything posted yet. Probably going to be limited this week, with everything going on. A lot of weird scenarios, up and downs, resting players. So we still have things to look at for there, but we'll have a few NBA play or NFL plays up within the next day or two.
College hoops, we did go. So 2-1 on Monday bowls. Tuesday NBA, we went 1-2, folks. Didn't give us usually I start the show off telling you how we're doing on the show. 14-60 with our NBA. College hoops, we took the donut in the show. And it was North Carolina, right? It was like kind of pick 'em games. We went with the Ken Palm numbers. It was a pick 'em with that. Butler the same way. And I had Butler. I mean, you're laying 50, you're up 15. You end up getting outscored 20-2 or whatever to end the game there. And the DePaul UConn game, miss a shot at the end for the cover there. They lose by 13. Depending on the number will make a difference. Like you mentioned, having losing there, but this game we talked about, where you're missing by a point or two. This is why we say it's like not just guys like I'm hot today, I won today. Basketball is a long season, college hoops. There's a lot of 0.5 point, 2 point losers, and if like Matt said the other day, man, you got to have that short memory. Like windshield is humongous. You got the whole day ahead of you, and that rear view is right here. You can't, because that's the kind of stuff it'll just gnaw at you. Like, oh my goodness, this is that. Tough losses. We know what they're like. We get them. Doug, you were going to say something about when we're talking about the losses.
No, nothing in particular. Yeah, but I agree with you. And if I was going to say something, what I was thinking of is saying, well, I hope he doesn't bring up overtime, because then I'm going to get squeamish if he brings that up. But you didn't, so that's good. So that's the only thing I was actually thinking.
Yeah, we bring up overtime losses. Doug's going to just rip down the pictures behind him. He'll just throw them right off the desk like it's something.
Yes. Yep.
He's like Christian Bale yelling at the staff people. Like a true maniac.
Yeah, we did 2 shows on Tuesday, and Higgsy brought up the overtime in both of them. I was on the wrong side of the overtimes with the NFL weekend, and he brought it up twice on me. I'm like, dude, come on, man.
But I brought it up because I was on the other side. Finally, I know. A good week, and I'm like, now I take a favorite. And I should have started taking favorites way back in September. I would have been the best gambler of all time, according to Twitter. These people with their fades cashing. This is
the biggest favorite year in the NFL since 2005. That's how crazy it's been.
And that explains why I'm 5 games over 500 in the NFL, because that is just not my little cup of tea there. I grab some favorites like you guys, right? We mix it up. It's never like you're just straight dogs or straight fades, but we're more contrarian guys. We're more probably dogging under people than fades. So a season like this, but I'm thankful that I'm even, because it could be a lot worse. I could be living in a tent somewhere under a bridge on a season like that. Like, you're just getting throttled when the favorites are cashing. At least me. I mean, I'm not a huge favorite guy.
Wasn't it that was also the most number of favorites to win and cover ever in December, if I think I saw that correctly?
Yeah, there's a stat that backed that up. I forget what the percentage was. I think since week 13, it was a record number all time.
Yeah.
Like unreal.
And normally I start out a little slow, right? Because a lot of faves come in, and I'm automatically thinking that line's X. They're luring you in. So maybe that doesn't work September, October. But by the end of November, you should be going like 6-3 every week with taking the dogs and the oddball numbers. No, not this year. No. It was just rampant. Yeah. Whatever. I don't know. The correction.
If you look at the standings, though, there's your answer, right? I mean,
yes.
This Sunday night, the first time ever, 2 14-win teams are playing each other. Okay.
Yep.
I mean, that alone says a lot. Green Bay's 11-5, and third in their division. I mean, it's just all those types of things, and then the bad teams are god awful. So
we have what, the top 10 teams in the draft all have like 4 wins or less going into this thing.
Yeah. They talk about parity. This is one year there's no parity. Like, typically the last few years there's been, from a few top teams, a few bottom teams, and then everybody in the middle, like right around each other. Now it's just like
There's
It's
nothing.
like top eight, like bottom 8, and then the middle. Like it's really, really bad.
Yeah.
And when you see those teams with 3 losses, 4 losses, they're not covered most of the time, and those are the ones that are killing us.
Well, we're going to be talking about some of these games today here to cover some NFL. But real fast, folks, again, free picks here. Hit the like button and notification bell so you know when we pull out the free pick videos here on Winner Circle and gamblersworld.net for all of the premium content. I'm having a pretty good 14-8 bowl run myself. Last 7 days, number 1 in the money. So I'm happy about that. College hoops, I'm number 3 in the money here on the site. 144 wins, 115 losses. The 2 guys ahead of me, Chip and Rob, with a combined record of 71 and 31. That is my that's like my December record. They got that for the. I'm more of a flatline player. When you have volume, it's never like crazy hyping things up. So I'm more, but at least I'm in the money finally. It took me until next year. It took me a whole 2 months to get into the plus side here on the leaderboard. That shows you how good everybody is doing on the site here, though, folks. But let's talk some NFL. Man, well, we're going to start with a good game. Should we start with you know what? No, we're going to start with a bad game. We're going to go to Doug game first. We have a little something good in between because I'm going to follow up with another clunker. But Seattle and the Rams. Seattle's out of it. Rams are wrapped up because technically they're not wrapped up. But Seattle no, actually Seattle is out of it, right? Because Cincinnati did knock them out. There was like a scenario where strength of schedule and 5 teams winning would have put them into some kind of a tie, but that is out the window. Which is why you see a 6.5 here, up from a 2 with the Rams, because they're projection-wise probably have Washington coming in next week. 6.5 and a 38. I'm sorry you got this one. What can
I get. Hey, you know what?
You got to cherry pick to find something.
It prompted me to do something else. Okay, so that's not all bad. So yeah, so and by the way, I mean with Seattle, even though 6.5 seems like a lot of points, it still sort of makes sense in the grand scheme of things here. But you know what? The thing that soured me completely off of it was I had read that they're seriously want to give Sam Howard, their backup quarterback, some run in this game. Yep. So with that being the case, here's what I came up with. So Geno Smith, okay, he's up for 5 different things on his contract that he can get extra money for. 2 of them are out, okay, of the 5, but 3 are still active. One of them is 10 wins. Seattle has 9. Okay, so he starts the game, they win the game, he picks up some extra money. He's all but assured, unless he goes like 10 for 20, he's all but assured of getting the bonus money on accuracy because he has to hit 65% for the season to get bonus money. He's at, I think, almost 69% right now. So that one looks pretty good. Then the other thing he needs is passing yards. Now, God only knows how they came up with this number, but on his contract, he got a bonus if he was over 4,282 passing yards. Okay. Right now he's 185 short. Okay. Right now. So his over under is 244.5 on passing yards, and his season average is 256. So I'm looking at this one. So trying to think of, Seattle's mindset. Well, if what they say is true, they want to get Howell the game. That means you would want to get off to a fast start. And from Smith's perspective, he certainly would, because he can just get all this crap out of the way, okay, that he needs to do. Put his team in position to win the game, take care of the accuracy thing. And he averages 256 yards per game. He only needs 185 to get it. So I'm going to look at the situation here. I think all the things are going to work in his favor, and then he's going to be out of there. Okay, take him out. So I'm going to go under 244.5 passing yards for Geno Smith on Sunday.
I like the look. And again, that's a weird number to come up with. You figure these incentives would be a flat 4,500, 4,300, whatever the case would be, 10 touchdowns, an oddball number. And the fact that he's averaging 250, they drop it already 6 points or 8 points, whatever it is, kind of bake it in that maybe plays a half. And Sam Howell, why wouldn't you throw the kid in there? See what you got. I mean, Gino's not getting younger. Make sure this guy can throw the ball a little bit. And for the Rams, they're bringing out little Gucci Garoppolo.
I didn't even know he was on the team. I honestly didn't. When I saw that, I was shocked.
He loves Cali. Boy, Niners, the Rams, who knows? Maybe he'll be with the Chargers next year as a backup. Matt, what do you think? I mean, I like the prop here, but you got to maybe you're thinking, you know what? Just do a flat team under for the Rams. I mean, you got anything on this one? What's a shot?
Yeah, I mean, as far as the side goes, I'm probably not going to play anything. There's just too many variables. I'm not touching Garoppolo, and with the uncertainty of Seattle, who knows what's going on. So with that quirky number in the contract, it's based off his career high. So basically, he needs to break his career high to get that incentive. His career high is like 4,282. So that's where they came up with that number. And as far as him coming out, I hadn't heard anything about that because I really haven't looked too much into this game yet. I think it would look bad for the franchise. If it's pretty well known right now that if he breaks his passing number, that he will get $2 million. If they take him out, so they won't have to give him that, it's going to make the franchise look bad, and it could hurt them in free agency. Like, this team is not going to treat their people right. I'm not going to go there. So I agree. Give Sam Howell a look. Why not? But do it after he breaks the record, just to make it look good. And that's the only reason I don't like the under. I don't think I would touch it either way. But Doug, I do see your point about getting the first two out of the way and then getting them out. But at the same time, it's just a bad look on the franchise.
Yeah, I'm going to say you don't want guys getting like the Pirates. Remember the Pirates were cutting guys? He's like, oh, he's 3 at bats away from earning $1 million. Oh, we're going to cut him. We designate him for assignment. Like, if I'm Paul Skeens, I'm like, can you trade me in the offseason? Like, why am I going to stay here? This is what you do to guys? I agree, especially in the NFL, because money talks out there, man. These guys follow the money because I get hurt. Not guaranteed. Sorry. Don't, can you leave your equipment bag, please? You can't take that with you. No souvenirs allowed. I mean, they better. I agree with Doug here. He's going to play for a half. And what's his name's out. So, they're not going to be forcing a run game here. He's going to want to throw to get his 200 yards. I like it. Now we have a decent game. All right. Now we have one we could say put a little teeth into, a little more meaningful here. The Bengals and the Steelers. So the Bengals have come alive, won some games, albeit not because of their defense, find themselves as now a 1.5-point favorite over the Pittsburgh Steelers. The reeling Steelers, Matt. 3 straight losses. And I do, shows people like, oh, man, you got to take Cincy. I mean, well, they need Denver to lose outright as 11-point faves. I don't know if that's going to happen, but I guess the hope is there for them. You take care of your own business, worry about other teams. But let's be honest here with the Steelers. How are they going into the we talked about it before on the show every week. Their second half schedule was going to be tough. We knew they're going to lose some games. Do they really want to start? It's all right if we lose 4 in a row here, have another loss going into the playoffs. Absolutely not. Like, I think this is their playoff. This is their Super Bowl. They have to. You don't want to end your year on 5 straight losses because let's be honest, you lose here, you're probably losing next week to whoever you get in the playoffs. I mean, you're absolutely ruined. This would be the spot I'm like, load me up on some Steeler action here, but I don't know if I have the huevos to drop it because they have been bad. They have been bad after that fast start. But your game, Matt. What do you think here? Steelers, Cincy.
Yeah, I mean, they have lost 3 in a row. I think we touched upon this at some point. Maybe it was Tuesday or sometime before. They're coming up a stretch of 3 games in 11 days, and they're against Philly, Baltimore, and KC. That's a gauntlet right there. So they're not going to come out of there with more than 2 wins anyway, or more than 1 win anyway. So going 0-3, not really surprising. They were 3 below losses, unfortunately, but the easy play here is Cincinnati. They have to win, and then obviously they have to hope Denver loses on top of it on Sunday. So that's the easy way to go, and I think that's where a lot of bettors are going to be. In Pittsburgh's case, if Baltimore wins earlier in the day, their game is pretty much meaningless because they can't win the division anymore. So if you bet the Steelers now, you're getting 1.5. if you are going to bet the game, I would wait until, midway through the Baltimore game or whenever it's pretty much confirmed as Baltimore has won, because this line is going to go up. No doubt about it. I'm not sure how much. I'm not sure how much the market's going to actually make it. If it maybe could get over field goal, I think it's a possibility. But I would wait on it. And even though it may be considered meaningless for Pittsburgh if Baltimore loses, they are still fighting for the 5th seed. And it's an important one because if they win, they'll get the number 5 seed, which means they play Houston in the playoffs. Right now, every team wants to play Houston in the first round of the playoffs because they're the worst team going into the postseason. No doubt about it in the AFC, in my opinion. Yep. So they want that. And they're playing Cincinnati. This is one of their rivals. They're not gonna lay down. They want to spoil their season. Yep. Tomlin will be all balls to the wall to win this game, no doubt about it, even if they know they can't win the division. So wait on this one. Wait until Saturday afternoon, throughout the Baltimore game. Keep checking the number. It's going to go up if Baltimore is rolling in this game, and you should get a very good number come Saturday afternoon, in my opinion, with Pittsburgh.
Steelers plus the 1.5 at press time for Matt Fargo here as his official show free pick. Doug Upstone going Geno Smith under 244.5 passing yards in the Seattle Rams matchup. Again, these are our free picks, folks. Head to gamblersworld.net. Matt Fargo, the Ohio Valley College Hoops game of the month up right now, plus Gator Bowl and Sugar Bowl action. And Doug Upstone, NBA, Notre Dame, Georgia, and Cold Cash on the ice. 48-21 run, Cold Cash winner, Doug Upstone. Premium stuff at gamblersworld.net. Go get it, bet it, forget it, collect. Now, another NFL winner from yours truly. And I happen to be 20-14 with NFL picks doing the video here. 13-14 with college football. Okay, I can give you both even though we're doing NFL. I get a doozy here. Again, we said we had some losers in the first one with big losses. A nice, decent things on the line for a game 2, and now game 3. The Miami Dolphins, who again they're technically alive, although they need a little help as well. I always say you got to worry about your own business, right? You take care of stuff, can't worry about other teams playing whoever. They find themselves a 1-point favorite here over the New York Jets, who, as much as I think I've said this before, they're done, and it is the last game of the season. They're now 40-0 before you blink against the Bills, which was odd because I sort of liked them because I said, you know what, you look at some of their losses here. Yeah, they tore up a lot of losses in a row, right? And they fired the coach. But some of these, heartbreaking losses. Anthony Richardson, no time on the clock. Back and forth last second. Overtimes here, loser here. Another last second loss. But yet, even as the losses mounted, they were still losing a close game the next week. You'd think that a team that's really quit would be a la Jets or somebody else in their blowout city, right? It would be like last week, every week, 40-0 heading into the end of the third quarter. It was not like that. That being said, I can't take them here. I don't know, Rodgers, I read that was his first ever unnecessary roughness penalty. That guy's thrown a couple interceptions in his life. He's been in some tough losses. For that to boil over, we could say whatever we want about the guy. He's been playing for 20 years. He never did some knucklehead play like that on the field before. That's where his head's at, like after a bad season. I don't know if he's going to play a lot here. And I actually have Miami here. It's up on the site. You got a premium one for free here from me. My concern is that Tyrod Taylor comes in for the Jets sometime here and gives it a little life because he might be their starting quarterback next year. When are they going to go draft another quarterback? I like Tyler Huntley, though. This guy, he's got playoff experience with Baltimore. He's got regular starting experience here in Miami. And again, with Baltimore, he's the guy. Again, when you're a backup, you can't come in and say, well, we're tanking or the season doesn't mean nothing. As much as Geno Smith wants his $2 million, this guy wants to just get another contract somewhere on a roster and not on a practice squad. On top of that, you are still technically on for a playoff spot, whether it's 2% or 6% chance or whatever the chisme lay there. I'm going to take Miami here. I'm taking Miami. Again, it's -1. I'm going to go just money line here. It's either they're going to win or the Jets are going to win. What are we doing with a point here? There's going to be no ties. That stuff's not going to happen here. Although I shouldn't say that because the way the Jet season's going, this game could be 3-3 for some. It could be a 3-3 overtime game, no touchdown scored or something. I don't know. I shouldn't have said that. That's putting a kabammy on me there. But give me the Dolphins money line here over the Jets. What a stinker season, Jet fans. Sorry, Super Bowl hopes, and you're in the top 7 draft picks now? Terrible. Doug Upstone, what do you think here, Miami Jets?
Yeah, well, the thing that if you're gonna get it, I would get it now because last I saw, Tua was still questionable. Okay,
yes.
So there's a possibility. Jalen Waddle's questionable, and Tyreek Hill. We've seen he's not 100 anywhere close to 100%, but he's gutting it out. And what you saw too with that, then the total went from 41.5 down to 39.5, and now I'm seeing 39 on this one. And if those people play, I think we could see some more points because, for example, the 41.5 wouldn't have held up if it wasn't for the quarterback situation, because these teams played a month ago and they scored 58 points. Okay, now that was in Miami, different deal, I get it, but the Jets defense has given up 28.8 points per game in their last 7 games. So Miami needs Denver to lose. That's unlikely to happen. The thing is, though, if Tua plays, I think this line probably goes up to around 4.5. Okay, on this one from 1, I would say that's not out of the question, and the total goes to 45. But we don't know what's going to happen, and we certainly don't know specifically what's going to happen right now. So I'm just going to make it an across the board statement. If the total is anywhere from 39 to 45, depending on the circumstances, I still would recommend an under.
Still recommending the under there. I agree because even with Tua, if he comes to play, he's a hit away from being knocked out if it's he's got a hip problem, whatever.
Yep.
And why? The guy's got concussion problems anyway. He's got health concerns. You're paying him. You're really going to trot him out there in a Denver's an 11-point favorite. I like the points with Kansas City. Are they going to win as 11-point dogs on the road? I don't know. Why are you risking your franchise? You see teams with no quarterbacks. How's that working out for teams? Yeah, I agree with you. Under wherever. Matt, what are your thoughts on this? You agreeing with the under, or are you going to look at something else?
Yeah, I'm kind of on your side here with Miami. I think it's Miami or nothing. I think the Jets just want the season to be over. Wilson's been disgruntled for weeks now. Rodgers took himself out of the game last week. He tapped Taylor on the shoulder. He's like, "Hey, go in." Right? Like what does that tell your team? You can't back a team like that. And actually, and apparently does go. He played pretty good last week. I think he finished like a 115 rating, something like that. He played decent, and like I said, he has playoff experience. He's a very experienced quarterback. And if there is a chance Tua plays, I doubt he will, but you never know. I agree with you where they shouldn't put him in, even if he could go. I mean, at this point, like you said, Denver's probably not going to lose. So, I think it's Miami or nothing here. It's a short price. I think their players care more right now, even though they might not be going to the postseason. I think their players care a lot more. Like the Jets, they're just ready for it to end.
Yeah, Miami's got the slight hope of chance. They're not going to give up. Go ahead, Doug.
Yeah, no, I was going to say, and if you happen to be going to that game too, by chance, a good betting signal would be if you know where the players, the Jets players park their cars, if they're all running when they get out, okay, to go to start the game, that's a good indication that they're probably not going to give a good effort. That's just speculation on my part, but I'll go with that.
If they're not blacked out in tint and you see a bunch of bags in the back seat, you can't see through the back window, they're probably getting ready to go to the airport afterwards.
Yep.
That, which is a prime, we'll throw real fast to Arizona and San Fran. I thought San Fran was going to not show up on Monday night. They showed up for a little bit. But going to Arizona, they're going with golf clubs and they're ready for the spas for their wives. Like, that is just – forget about a backup quarterback playing. I thought that was just a bad spot for him coming out of Monday night anyway. Last place after the Super Bowl, but we're just talking about guys packing it in and getting ready to hit the Caribbean or the Lynx. There's quite a few teams that are probably already checked out, folks. Official play though for me, Miami minus the 120, Doug Upstone, Geno Smith under 244.5 passing yards, Seattle, LA Rams. Matt Fargo is going the Pittsburgh Steelers at home as a small little doggy here, and he says, "Hold off, let's wait till game time here. Maybe the Ravens drop a 34-3 on the Brownies, and this line he goes up a little bit here as the Steelers division hopes go down the proverbial drain. Those are the free picks here on the Winner Circle YouTube channel. Head to gamblersWORLD.net for all of our premium stuff. I mentioned Doug's got you covered. 3 packages up for tonight. Matt, he's got packages for days today. He's got everything. College hoops, bowl games, game of the month. Go get them. And I have a little college action in basketball and in football. Plus, I do have NFL already posted for the weekend. So enjoy that at gamblersworld.net. Dig into those pockets. Support the show, the channel, your favorite cappers here at gamblersworld.net. For Doug, Matt, and myself, don't miss out tomorrow. Football Friday Live. Be there at 1 p.m. Eastern. Thanks for watching, everybody. Good luck, and bye-bye.